Recorded Books and RB Digital present Murder Flies the Coop by Jessica Ellicott. Narrated by Barbara Rosenblatt. Chapter 1. Beryl Helliwell watched as her friend, Edwina Davenport, capped her fountain pen and laid it on the desk in front of her. The Morning Post had yielded several pointed and chiding reminders from local merchants of accounts past due, as well as a vexing dearth of alimony checks. Clearly, the results of Edwina's calculations could not be considered good news. "It's all here in black and white on the ledger page, or perhaps it would be more accurate to say, in red and white." "Come on now, Ed, it can't be as bad as all that, can it?" Beryl asked. "After all, we were tediously careful with the funds all winter long." "One can never be careful enough to make not enough go as far as one needs," Edwina said. "Just last Sunday, your dreary vicar was nattering on about some story or other from the good book about miracles and unending supplies of bread and fish or some such thing. Can't you make the same thing work with the bookkeeping?" Beryl asked. Beryl noticed her friend looked shocked at the suggestion, but then Edwina was easily shocked. "The vicar is not the most prepossessing of men, but I would hardly call him dreary, and the parable of the loaves and the fishes is not meant as a lesson in resource husbandry. It certainly isn't meant to encourage the congregation to tread all over the toes of the Almighty by assuming one can just as easily perform such miracles." Edwina shook her head at Beryl and delivered a severe look. "The only thing close to a miracle I've managed lately, by way of stretching the comestibles, is to water down your gin." "I had wondered about my increased capacity for alcohol recently," Beryl said. "Rather a short-sighted approach, you know. I've only gone and consumed twice as much of it." "But I haven't diluted it by half," Edwina said. "No wonder we're going behind each and every week." "You should have told me, and I would have cut down on my cocktail making," Beryl said. "I didn't imagine you would have been willing to listen to reason about it. You've said as much in the past." Edwina gave the bookkeeping ledger another dour look. Edwina was right, of course. Although Beryl had spent most of her 40-odd years rattling around the globe in an effort to complete one feat of daring do or another, she had always returned to the States at the end of a journey. That is, until the outrageous passage of Prohibition. She had no intention whatsoever of stepping foot back on American soil until that nonsense had been repealed. Even finally granting women the right to vote hadn't changed her mind on the subject. "I said nothing about reducing my consumption. You know, quality gin is the reason for my glowing complexion and unflagging vivacity. I'd even go so far as to say it is responsible in large part for my youthful appearance. No, I would not stop imbibing, but would have stopped making cocktails." "You aren't talking sense, Beryl. Not in the least. I mean to say, I would have commenced to mooch. I would regale those at the pub with stories of my adventures in exchange for the odd drink or two," Beryl said. Edwina gasped with a ferocity that put Beryl in mind of one of those newfangled carpet aspirating machines she had seen at a model home in London some months back. It really was extraordinary how well Ed mimicked the noise of the device. "You mustn't spend your evenings in the pub. What would people say?" Edwina asked. "I have never been concerned about what others say about me, Ed. You know that. It is only out of deference to your sense of decorum that I have not already staked out a favorite table."
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.